Okay, I can hear it. Mm. I mean, we're gonna be prepared.
Yes.
Not really. Watch me do something
Check
crazy.
one.
Okay, I guess that's it. Good morning. Good morning.
Good
And
morning.
welcome to WKAX 1500 AM, the winning worship radio show
The faith frequency on
on
your
your
dial.
dial. And listen, we didn't stumble, but I almost did with my words because I'm like, WKAX, what? That's always going to be a
It's
little
still
something.
early.
It's still early. It's always going to be a little something. But, you know, we're going to dive right in. I am very thankful and grateful to be here with Ramona every day that God gives
I'm
me.
thankful too.
Always, always. Oh, you know, you got to sit here next to her and feel her and the way she looks at you, so it's a beautiful thing. But I always say this, and I want to share a lot of scriptures that I love, and I hope Ramona, in anything that touches you the day before, the day of, or because I don't have a favorite scripture per se.
Hmm.
I have many that I frequently go to and read, but then I discover something, another scripture, and then it's like, oh my God, then I can't really say favorite, but there's,
It's
I'm
some that just pop out.
that just stay with me. So
Hmm.
I guess it's considered a favorite to some, but at least for that season, that moment, that month, that year, whatever it is. But I found this because I'm always trying to get everyone to understand really what this day means. This day, and that tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday we'll never see again.
Mm.
So yesterday was that day, which was this day. You understand? Every day is this day. And so it's a gift. It truly is a gift to
It
wake
really
up
is.
into this day, and no matter what it brings, and it gives us another chance to do right, do better, make amends, say I love you, I forgive you. What You have another chance, and it's not all going to happen in that one day, but you have a chance to get started,
Yes.
you
It's
know.
like having Christmas every day.
Mm.
You open the two most amazing gifts that God has given you, your eyes.
Mm. She said that with such love. No, you did. They are amazing, those two gifts, because you wake up and then you see, and then you're able to speak,
Yes.
and then you can hear. So, and then if you're moving, even with the little, oh, wait a minute, hold on, Lord, even with the little aches and but the activities of your limbs, and everything is a blessing and truly a gift to wake up. So when in Psalms 118 and 24, we say, "This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." Don't just mumble it through. I mean, by yourself if you want to. Just go, "This is the day. This day is the day that the Lord has made. I
Yes.
will, Lord, I will rejoice and be glad in it."
Yes.
Because I could have died in my sleep last
Could
night.
have. Yes.
You know, now, I could not have even made it home yesterday, but I did.
But God.
But God, grace, love, and mercy. So this day is just a beautiful day.
It is.
I know people say, "Well, it hasn't gotten started yet," and you're right. But doesn't matter. I woke up in it.
Yes. And the sun is already kissing you and everything.
And the breeze is stroking your face. I mean, come on now. Don't let nobody disturb your groove, take away your joy, your smile. And, just we're here to try to just deal with it. But I found there were two little prayers that I found, but I'm going to choose this one. It says, "The day the Lord has made" prayer.
Okay.
It's befitting, isn't it?
It is.
God, our great provider, this is the day that you have made. I will rejoice and be glad in it, for every day flows forth from your good nature like a spring from the earth. I ask that you make this day no different. Bless this day, Father. Amen.
Beautiful.
It's a simple, just wake up, and you can have your own prayer when you wake up. It's just like, "Lord, I thank you." And
Mm.
if that's it, that's enough right there. Lord, I thank you. Mm,
For everything you've
for
done for me.
everything that you've done for me, including waking me up on this day. And that's why I try to I think I'm understanding it more and more. But with birthdays, when a lot of ladies say, "I don't tell my age," why not? I blurt mine.
I have no problem with mine either.
No, I never did. And I'm talking about when I was a young girl. A lot of women just, I don't know, maybe it was
I
that
think they were
era.
taught that. That's what they
Yeah,
were
and then
used to.
like I said, that era, and then growing up, a lady wasn't supposed to say how old she is, or
Hmm.
I don't know, but I think I was just always so thankful. Birthday, cake, presents.
My
I'm
mama
the-
stayed 45 for about 10 years.
but no, and then I was never the one who wanted to get a fake ID.
Hmm.
I never did want one
I didn't get a fake ID, but I used to get my sister's ID. I have 3 older sisters. I used to get their IDs.
to get into the club. I guess you said
To
what
do
F
whatever
for?
it takes for an ID.
Whatever an ID was required.
My sister, she's brighter than me. Her skin tone is brighter than me. But, to some people, we all look the same. And I used to just, when she go to sleep, I'd get her keys and her driver's license and go on a
The
joyride.
innocent Miss Mona. This woman over here. No, listen, please. I'm not playing innocent. It's just some things I just didn't do.
And
I mean, I did.
I don't
my
know
thing.
why I did it, but
And because you can get away with it. Looking at you, I wouldn't think you tear a wall down, but you probably. I mean, because your heart is good, and that doesn't mean just because of what we did as teenagers or young adults doesn't mean that's who we are now. We can laugh about
yeah,
some of the things
we
that
did.
we've
It
done.
wasn't right.
No,
No, it wasn't right.
no. I was afraid I'd get choked out. Oh no,
Oh, I was
Mm-mm.
scared of my dad.
I was scared of everybody in the house. If I did something I wasn't supposed to do, like take money or take the keys
Yeah.
or take ID. What you going in my purse for? Is it yours? No, I didn't do none of that. I'm not putting nobody down. It's all in fun. It's just that I did other stuff, but I didn't. It wasn't nothing with the family. Everything was intact. The purse was right there. The IDs.
Yeah.
Everything was intact. I didn't steal nobody's car. I wasn't bold
Never
like
took
Miss.
money though. Never took money.
No. I didn't think you would, but that's probably a lot of teenagers. You think
But
would do the keys and
as a
stuff.
teenager, you're not thinking. If you wreck that car,
No,
you
you're
don't
not-
think that.
No,
So
you're just trying to go out and have a good time, and you think that these parents are. Some of them do, but you think that they're gonna stay asleep like all night, like nobody has to get up and go to the bathroom, like
Yeah.
nobody doesn't want to get.
well, I didn't go
glass of
long.
water.
I just was like a little 10-minute drive
Yours is
just to be doing something. I guess.
Is that
I
all
was-
you did?
I
Mona?
was sheltered. I mean, like really sheltered. We were cut off from the outside world. That's how I feel. We didn't, back then it was the big satellites and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have, my dad, he didn't want us to have a satellite. He didn't want us to have a VCR. He didn't want us to have none of that stuff. He didn't even want a phone in the house.
Ooh, honey.
But my mom,
Ooh.
she put the phone in. So we finally got a phone, and that was my lifeline right there. I felt like that was my lifeline.
To the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
It was just crazy. We didn't know stuff like flat irons.
I didn't know about flat iron.
Oh my God, my friend.
No, we had pressing combs.
Yeah, my friend had came. I guess they had just came out with the flat iron, and she came to school and she was like, "My mom is gonna flat iron my hair," and I'm thinking in my head, is she
Iron.
she gonna lay her head on the ironing board and let her mama.
I get it. I do.
I didn't understand it why he had us, sheltered like that at first, but now since I'm older, I thank my mom and dad because
Exactly. Yeah.
ooh, ain't no telling where I would be.
No, really. And a lot of us can I've heard people people of our generations, between your age and my age, actually say, I do want to thank my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly thank mine because, like you said, no telling where I would be. This is not to put any young people down
Mm-hmm.
right now, but we're going to share with you the difference in our growing up, the way the young ones are, our parents, because kids, they don't get it, and then they think you're strict, and
They
and,
just
and
don't know. But see,
mm-mm,
my kids had the pleasure of experiencing my dad before he passed. So
they
they
know
felt it.
not to the full wrath of you, because see,
No,
big
grandkids are different than
grandkids
kids.
are different than kids.
McDonald's. We got McDonald's at home. That's what he used to tell us. But my kids, he took them every day almost.
I wonder what is. You know what I think with, and I don't know, but parents of that generation or that era, we were the test.
Yes.
So by the time the grandkids come along, it's like, okay, spoil time,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Or don't talk to him like that, you know.
Yes.
That's just a baby,
I'm
you
like, do
know.
you talk to me like because I was, like I said, I was scared of my dad. My dad never hit me. He never raised his hand to me. All he had to do was
It was a
look at me.
respect.
All he had to do was look at
Girl,
me.
them looks, I like them looks. I mean,
I
now,
didn't.
now that no. Growing up, no, you don't like the look, but better the look than the touch, because them spankings. If anyone's had one, I didn't have many because the few were enough for me to know.
Don't do that
Don't do
again.
that again. You know, and then you do something different. But I never was a repeat offender on the same crime because I already knew what was coming.
Hmm.
You know, but the look,
That look,
oh my
it
God.
it goes all the way down to your
Because
soul.
it's like if you don't stop it and straighten up right now, I promise you, I'm gonna hurt you. I mean,
And
in my head, I was thinking,
that's what you was saying.
mm, you know, and Mama could be on the phone and talking and yeah, child, and blah blah blah, and this, and can boomerang a shoe. I mean. I know people think, okay, she's just joking. Like, you hear comedians joke about how their moms, you could do things.
Use
Mm-mm.
extension cords and stuff.
I
That
know.
really
I didn't get
happened.
the.
I believe people
I
really
didn't
done
do
that.
get the
I
extension
didn't
cord.
get it either. I
Mm-mm.
just got a switch, and it was one of them reach out and touch me switches. It wasn't no little bitty switch.
It was a tree trunk.
It felt like a
It felt
tree.
Because
They
when
get
they
it
when they
braided
get to
up.
go, oh Lord, and it's like you taking time to braid it.
And see, my mama is like me. She's so compassionate. I know she wouldn't have done it if I hadn't done what I did. But she had to prove a point, and she proved a point. I only got one whooping. One.
I don't recall. I just remember the one shoe thing, and that's because we were too loud and she's on the phone.
Right.
That my mother ever spanked any of us. She was psychological warfare.
Mm-hmm.
My father, he's the one, but it was only a few, and those two or three was enough
Yes.
for a life because he was not playing. And my mother kept saying, you can't do that to them from what you experienced as a
Mhm.
child. Because we got to remember where they came from and that mindset and how they grew up. And then, so I think like right now with me and even with yourself, that in raising your kids now, you still take away from what your parents did. But
Mhm.
nowadays, things are so different.
It
But
is.
I will
The
remain
kids are
old.
different.
Girl, I still will remain old school until the day I die. I don't see any other way. It's a respect thing, and oh, I just had a flash. I can't imagine some kid falling out on the floor or getting loud with me truly, I'll take you out. And then, it's like, this is a joke. I'll call the police, say I did my duty. Come on, get me.
Come get me.
They'll be all right.
Well, in the state of Alabama, from what I don't know how many years that's been, but you are allowed to discipline your child with the belt.
Yeah, as long as you don't beat them
I mean, no long as you
abusive.
don't make them bleed and stuff, but
Well, see, and okay, let me gather myself again. I'm not understanding when they say listen, in the state of Alabama, that you're allowed to spank your child with a belt. Growing up, they didn't care what the state said. The state of
Mm-mm.
California, the state of Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee. I don't care. You,
Well,
my child. You don't belong to the state. You belong to me. You know. But see, it's the way we grew up. I never even heard of like, and I'm being honest with this. Not until I became older,
mhm.
you know, and then you hear more because as children, you weren't allowed to like get in grown folks' business
No, we
and
stayed in a
watch the
child's
news. We
place.
stayed in a child's place. So therefore, when we got spanked, that was mom and daddy disciplining us. And again, we're both thankful for that. But I never understood abuse until later in life when I heard like parents abusing their kids
Hmm.
by beating them or claiming that they're disciplined.
Well, I told you we was sheltered, so we didn't hear none of that.
Right. You
We
you
didn't
understand what
know.
I'm saying? So for me to hear that the state allows you to do something, I'm like, what? A permission from the state? Parents were raising their children,
Hmm.
and that was it. Now I understand the laws because of abuse on how you beat your kids and things like that. But I'm still gonna, if I had children and they're doing something wrong, I'm not going by what the state of Georgia or what the state of Alabama says or
Hmm.
state of California. I'm not. I'm getting to handle you right now.
Well, my sister is a prime example of that. She don't care. She could be in Walmart. She'll be
Oh,
anywhere, and she will discipline her
mm-hmm,
kids.
mm-hmm.
And if somebody say something, she was like, "You want to take them home with you?"
See, and I know some people like that. Like what, and then for people to want to call because some people aren't. They've never spanked their child. They've never disciplined their child, and so when they see somebody snatch their kid up in Walmart, you're not hurting them or beating them down. You straightening them up, and you say, hey, wait a minute now. And somebody, I'm going to call the police because on aisle 5, I just saw this
Hmm.
woman do this to her child.
And that caused a whole bunch of problems.
A whole bunch of problems that, discipline and abuse, of course, it's not even a fine line. It's different. They're different because I never felt abused. And again, when I talk like I'll snatch you up and I'll do this, I'm thinking in my head really some total disrespect from a child. I can't handle it. I don't know how to handle it. I may have to even walk away for a minute. Hold that thought because it
Hmm.
may be your last thought because I'll be right back. I got to go woosah talk to Jesus because
Yes.
I will take you out. And, because respect, for a parent and a grandparent, I just, I can't see. I just don't understand it. Now, we have to raise the kids. You have to teach the kids. You have to. I understand all that, and I have the patience to talk to a child and everything. I remember there was someone I was dating, and I told the kids, I said, I don't spank because I'm afraid you won't wake up until whatever day I pick next week. I said, so we're gonna have conversation because if I have to have it 2 or 3 times,
Hmm.
it's not gonna work. It's not gonna
Right.
work because see, like again, my mother, she didn't spank. It was that psychological thing, and then my father, like I said, it was 2 or 3 good ones.
I think I'm more psychological
Mm-hmm.
with my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's like, "Oh, you need to whoop 'em."
No. I mean, now if I deserved it, I'm sure she probably would have, but she wasn't that one.
Mhm.
I've told this story, and I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but she would ask you. Okay, she would ask you a question as to why you did something when she told you not to.
Mhm.
And then she said, "Oh, wait a minute. Before you answer that, you're a smart girl. You get good grades in school.
Mhm.
So you must have an answer as to why you did this when I told you not to." And then she'd look at me and say, "Okay, so why did you do it when I told you not to?" Wait, don't say I don't know. Because you must know
Mhm. You gotta
why
know.
why you did this when I told you not to. So there must be. You're the child. I'm the parent. I'm your mother. Okay, now think about it, and then tell me why you went against what I told you not to do. Tell me, and don't tell me you don't know, because you're a smart girl.
Mhm.
Oh Lord, I was like, where's the beat down?
You
Because right
wanted to
now,
be down.
I couldn't say, I don't know why I did that. Because you must know why. If somebody tell you, Mona, don't move this
Mhm.
from this table, just leave it there and we'll move it later. And I walk out the door and you move it anyway. And then I
Mhm.
come and I go, why'd you move it when I told you not to? No, don't tell me you don't know, because there must be a reason that you moved it. Well, I just thought maybe I would move it over here. No, but I told you not to move it, period. So what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it
Mhm.
kept going like that. And I was just like, so finally it was just like a tear just came down because I said, I can't answer you. And she said, because there's no reason for you to go. It just went on. And then I'd get a hug. And then I would always like think before I would do it. You know, I just tried. I mean, again, I wasn't an angel, but when it comes to, okay, here's the thing, you sneaky people out there. When it came to my mother and father, I truly tried, and I believe all kids do. I truly wanted to respect them, love them, and I didn't want to disappoint them.
Right.
But you get out that door and you say, okay, and then when you're of age to go out and stuff, and you go, okay, then I'll be right back. And then when you get out and you, like you said, been sheltered and don't know,
Yeah. It's bad.
you
You mess around and find out.
dip and you dabble, and then you'll find out. But hopefully because of the foundation and the grounds that we,
Yeah, you
you
still
know,
gonna carry that with you, but
you're going to carry
you're
that with you.
curious because
Yeah,
you
and we're
never heard of
young,
stuff. Mhm.
but we have to, I mean, thank God, because I'm serious. If I wouldn't have had the parents that I do who loved the Lord, they did. And I do believe yours did too, because
Mhm.
I've heard how you speak about them and just how you speak, period. So that we have to have a foundation, but yes, we all have fallen short. But I thank God for my parents. I think
I
these
do
kids
too.
nowadays, I'm not talking about nobody's child, but really, I think that it's really hard, because you were telling me a story earlier. No,
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone's gonna know the names, but I do. It was what the guy is Blueface.
Mhm.
That we'll just call him that, because
Yeah.
that's what they call him. Because the young girl that he was with, oh, she had such a name and a reputation.
Yeah.
And mainly, I don't know if it was because falling behind him or
I think it was falling behind him because before she met him, they say she used to be an athlete and all
wow.
kind of stuff. Beautiful girl. She just fell in love with the wrong person.
And also, I think it's his the lifestyle, and that's not, a lot of there's a lot of guys out there who rap who live a good lifestyle,
Well,
but they're not like,
I don't know what it is Blueface do because it don't sound good. Whatever it is, I don't even see why people about to. I ain't trying to be funny. My opinion, that's not music,
no, no,
and
that's
it don't
why,
sound like he be rapping. He be talking or something. I don't know.
because I think it's more of the social media stuff. I think it's more of he lives his life in front of the public, and so everybody's curious as to what he's doing, and then they get on these podcasts and stuff like that. um you know like I said, there's some well-known rappers who are successful, and they rap and they don't act like that.
Hmm.
It's a choice. I mean, like when we wake up in the morning and God gives us this gift of life, it's our choice what we do with it. Prayerfully, you would choose to do the best you can and do good, but
Hmm.
some people just do what they want to do. But this girl, um she was, I'll say she is a pretty girl, but when she was running with him tough, it was showing half of her
Hmm.
body, and
She got a tooth knocked out,
yeah, and then kept it out.
and they fight like
Cats and dogs.
UFC fighters.
Yeah.
you know, it's just crazy. And then she had a baby by him.
See, here's that generational thing.
Hmm.
Because does she have anyone? I don't believe she has anyone in her life.
I don't know. It don't seem like nobody's trying to show her how to be show her how to take care of her baby,
Well, see,
basically.
even before the baby, somebody should have been trying to show her how to bring her back to being just a young lady. Listen, here we go again. I'm gonna have to find a time clock. We're gonna have to take us a little commercial break, but come back. Just go get some coffee, go do your thing, and come right back and join us here. It's Janet and Ramona at WKAX 1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show. We'll be right back. Okay. You know what?
Hey.
Hey, you know, while we were off the air and we were having a little discussion, we wanted to come at you with some scriptures because, um, you know, in our sharing the things, and Mona and I we have an age difference, but I don't think it's that much different in the sense of how our parents were and
Right.
how we were raised, you know. But there was one that, you know, as a child at first I didn't understand it. I understand it now. Well, I understood, you know, when you grow up and you get older, you know, even in your late teens or your early 20s, and you really read that thing and someone's explaining it to you, then I understand it more and more and more. And that's what we were talking
Well,
about.
that goes back to the song "Mama Said There'll Be Days Like These."
Whew. Yes.
That's what I think of when I think about that, because like you said, when we were kids, we stayed in the kids' place. We didn't know about bills and stuff like that. When our parents say, "I ain't have no money," I don't have no money, I'd be like,
And you
"Well,
know,
what's that money in your pocket?" You know,
yeah. How we still eating?
you ain't got no money.
But you know, I guess now we understand it better, because when they say I ain't got no money, I ain't got no money for this
Yeah.
or that, but I got money to sustain us, you know, to pay
Put
this
a
rent,
roof over your head,
clothes on your back, and
lights
food.
on.
That's what I understood money to be.
We didn't
Everything
know
else,
that.
but see, like McDonald's, what you said about McDonald's, to me, those were treats.
Yeah.
That wasn't an everyday thing like everybody goes
Now we
to.
did have treats every Sunday.
Oh, every Sunday.
Sunday.
Whew, come on
We
now.
could go get. My favorite was the chocolate dipped ice cream from Dairy Queen.
Look, she's taking us all back, right?
Yes, love it.
No, I just like the plain vanilla, but I wanted a lot of it.
Oh God, that chocolate dip.
Mm.
You didn't try the chocolate dip?
I pinched off of somebody. Isn't it the one where it gets hard? No, wait a minute. The one that gets hard, yeah.
Yes.
And then you peel it off, and then you just eat that. Then you go for the ice cream. I remember. Those were good old days. And now, don't you see that when you think back and you look back, that you're doing some of the same things as your parents did? Because a lot of people say, I am not going to be like that with my kids. Ooh. And then you have
I'll
them.
do something. I'll be like, oh, I'm turning into my mama.
Which is a good thing. And they
That's
sit back
great
and
thing.
smile. They sit back and smile and go, I'm just like.
She was listening.
Yeah, she was listening. Or, you know what, like some parents, and this is a joke because I've pretty much seen it like on TV, when they'll say, I can't wait for you to have kids. I can't wait for you to have kids, so you'll see what.
Get it back tenfold.
You know, I guess that's why grandparents have so much more fun.
Yeah.
You know, because now it's your turn.
Man, I thank God for my parents.
I do.
Because
I really do.
daycares. It's just like my kids never had to go to daycare.
I didn't know. No, we didn't. I didn't know what daycare was. It was just now I'm in kindergarten, you know, and then that's not to put nothing down, but it's scary nowadays. Even
It is.
with daycares
It
and
is.
things.
And
You see what happened in the news about that fentanyl and stuff like that.
Yes, my daughter was telling me about it. She read up on it and said that it was enough fentanyl dust on that child's mat to kill over 100 people.
That was just the dust.
And that was a little baby.
1 year old. 1 year old. So you know, and you think that you're, you know, and I think they said they did an inspection, but they didn't do an inspection for like drugs of that nature. But
Who
still,
would have thought?
but what test do you run? Do you see if they sweep the floor? Do you see? I know. I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know what. So now, every daycare has to go through this thing, I would assume.
An inspection.
An inspection of sorts with even drugs. Like when I went through the airport and they wanted to test my hands, and I thought, oh, is this for drugs? And they said, no, it's for people who make bombs, just to see if
If they had any residue.
Right. So, I mean, times are different than when we were growing up.
It
And
is.
I wanted to share this scripture that, let me see, it is Proverbs 22:6. Look, I'm only going to, because of the headphones are on my head. Let me see. And I really like this because it makes sense. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm away from my microphone trying to put my glasses on. Proverbs 22:6, and I'll be reading from NIV, but they also have the English Standard Version, so I'm going to read both. But the NIV says, "Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it." And the English Standard Version says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." So like we were saying, once you get up to a certain age and you start doing your own thing, you do come back. You do remember, not only the teachings from your parents, but the teachings from the Bible, because, we had to go to church.
Yes. Most definitely. Even when my parents didn't go, they made sure I was there.
That's right. As it should, because I've heard our pastor always says, even if you can't make it, send the babies. Did you have a scripture you'd like to share?
Oh, yes. I got one. It's Proverbs 13:24. It say, "Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them."
Yes. Because if you didn't care, you would just let them do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you love somebody, you try to talk to them, teach them.
You do. You want them to come out in the world just knowledgeable of the things that's going on and stuff and how to act. You know what I'm saying? It's a time and place for everything.
It really is. But, like if I didn't care about you, I'd let you just go on out there and do whatever, and I'll see you when you get back.
I tell my kids that all the time. They were like, "Well, such and such mama." I said, "You're not such and such child. You're my child." I was like, "How would you feel if I didn't care?"
Mm-hmm. That was a good question to her.
Care? And I felt like some of them probably wanted me not to care.
Because then they wouldn't have been they'll remember this when they get older,
yes,
though.
They do.
And whether they decide if they want to have children or not, I think they still will remember their upbringing and in their decision making because you cared. Because I promise you, I found that kids really do want discipline because they want somebody to care about them. Mm-hmm. Because if they can come and go and just, I'm on the couch and they're coming and going and I'll be back later. Okay. Not even asking where you're going. Or I may ask where you're going only because if you pass so-and-so, can you bring me back something to eat? But when you care, it's like, okay, where you going?
Yeah.
What time you come back?
My
Do I know their parents?
21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And every time she leaves, I was like, "Where you going?" She's like, "Wow, over a friend." I said, "Over a friend? Which one?"
What they name? Who gonna be home?
Oh, you try to be nosy. It's not the point I'm trying to be nosy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the point that I want to make sure I know where you're at. If something happened to you, I want to know where to go.
See, these days and time, not just what she said to you. Do you think you could have got away with that with your mom or dad?
No.
Just saying, you just trying to be nosy.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I wouldn't have never opened my mouth to say that to my parents.
No, neither would.
Knew better.
No, we knew better, and that's why I said I think it's even in speaking about that young girl who's had the child by Blueface, or our own children. We're right here in our own backyard. They need more love and discipline. They need conversation. I think they need conversation.
Attention.
Not just telling them what to do, what not to do, but, baby, look, I've been through some things when I was your age. This isn't the road you want to go down.
Yeah, it's been there, done that.
And by the grace of God, I'm here to tell you this is not what you want to do.
And I feel like when I talk to my kids, when I tell them that, hey, don't do this. Well, how you know? Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's not a good outcome.
See, and one thing I understand too, now that I look back, it's like some things, I, even in my explaining about myself, there's some things I will go into detail about, and some things I won't. Like my mom said, she would tell you so much to where, oh my God, you would understand it, you would get it, and she has been through. She does understand. And then some things she said, I don't need to explain anything to you, but I need you to understand that I do know and I do understand, and blah blah. Depending on how the conversation went, she always brought me to an understanding, and I always had that fear. Like I said, I just didn't want to disappoint my parents.
Right.
But I know but listen, I know there were times I did. I know I did. And then thinking about that, it hurts me, and so I'm just, and that's where I think the sneaking around and stuff like that came, because you didn't want them to. To me, it wasn't so much about getting in trouble. Yes, I knew I could get in trouble behind some of the things I did, but it was more to look at their disappointing and seeing their face. Whatever dirt I did out there in the streets, that was out there. When I came home, I wasn't gonna let you smell it on me. But mothers are and fathers, but well, I was doing something for her. I think I don't know if I told you this. I was doing something for her, and I was sitting in a room and I was typing, and she looked up at me with, just kind of a little smile. She didn't look funny in the face or nothing. And I looked over at her, and she said, "Whatever you're doing, you need to stop." And she said, "You don't have to explain to me. I don't need to know." She said, "But I'm gonna tell you, whatever you're doing, you need to stop." And she said, because I've been down that road, that street, that boulevard, that avenue. So she said, "You need to stop." And I said, all I could say was, okay. Because I kept thinking,
how does she
know? and does she know any details? And I'm sure if she knew details, she probably would have snatched me. But it was just like, I just said, okay. And I mean, and I'll never forget that. We never discussed what it was, but she saw something on me. That's a spiritual thing. She saw something on me, and she said, "You need to stop it." And I did. Oh, because it was going to get dangerous.
Right.
And it wasn't like I'm getting ready to go commit murder. No.
Right.
But it would have been some jail time.
Oh.
Just behind, not something that I was going to do necessarily, but I would have been with these people. So it's
guilt by association.
I'm telling you, love on your kids and pay attention to different things and have conversation with them. And children love. We got to find that scripture. Oh gosh. If I don't have enough time to look it up, because I want to talk to them about some advertising, but kids, obey your parents. They love you and they want the best for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to be kids, and somebody's going to drink for the first time and get sick. I know the teenage stuff, all of that, but I'm just saying, love and respect your parents, because they want the best for you. That's all. They really do. And don't say, "You're too old to understand. How do you think you got here?"
Exactly.
How do you think I can tell you some war stories? Nothing is new under the sun. The only thing new is this year that's about to change. But nothing's really new.
No, my son, he saw a baby picture of me. He was like, "Who is that?" I said, "That's me." He was like, "You used to be a baby?"
I know, right?
It was cute.
It's cute because they just, when little kids, they look at you, all they know is that you're mommy and daddy. They don't know that you've ever been a kid before, that you've ever they feel love and secure in your arms, so they don't think that you've ever done anything wrong, so mommy's not going to understand. Oh, I love it. I think that was cute.
It was.
I think that was cute. That is precious, actually. That's not just cute. I think that was precious. Listen, we want to talk to you about some advertising. My girl over here does have a few public service announcements to make. So with the remaining time, we just want to share some information with you.
Okay, we have Pink Alabama
All right. Now.
presents the 10th anniversary Pink Differently about cancer runway fashion show. Sunday, October the 1st, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Florence Lauderdale Coliseum. Admission is free for all cancer survivors, and they are requesting a $5 donation.
That's not bad. $5.
It's not. Breast Cancer Awareness 5K Run and 1 mile fun presented by Pink Alabama and Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity. Saturday, October the 7th, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Florence High School. The entry fee is $15. All proceeds go to Pink Alabama.
Okay. You guys start marking your calendars. I promise we'll let you know a little something every day so that you can, like, if you missed anything, we'll get back to you. But when you're listening to WKAX 1500 AM, always have something to write with, because we're going to keep you up on all the events that happen here in Florence or in the Lauderdale County area.
Okay. Quad Cities.
Quad Cities.
Jerusalem NB Church Homecoming Program, Sunday, October the 15th, beginning at 10:30 a.m. Pastor Albert Ingram Jr. of St. James Missionary Baptist Church, Florence, will be delivering the message. The theme is Welcome Home, coming from Luke 15:11 through 30.
I like Pastor Thompson and Pastor Albert Ingram.
The address of their church is 151 County Road, 249 Florence.
Good people. Oh, yeah, the block party.
Pastor's Pre-Anniversary Banquet, Saturday, October the 21st at 5 p.m. with guest speaker DeJuan Malone and psalmist Lady Rita Malone.
Okay.
Tickets are $25, 13 and up, $13 for 4 through 12. It will be held at the Woodmen of the World, 2114 Hilton Drive, Florence, Alabama. Oh, you can get in touch with Taisha Rolette, 540-522-5721, or Tina Kurtman, 256-415-0883.
There is a lot going on in the month of October.
It is.
Right?
October is busy. We have a free event, Rock the Block, Sunday, October the 22nd, 2 to 6 p.m. Community block party on West Tennessee Street in front of Magnolia Gardens.
Okay.
They have game, line dancing, chair exercises, music, grilling.
Okay, I'm there.
Get in touch with Councilwoman Katrina Simmons, 256-349-3879. You can set up as a vendor.
Okay, I want to thank her in advance.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
That's going to be nice. And the weather's going to be good.
I hope so.
Oh, God bless America.
The show?
No. Listen, my producer of the show just reminded me of something. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Shows Area Quorum presents the 22nd Annual Singing Gospel Extravaganza fundraising event, Saturday, September the 30th, 2023. The time is 3:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Spring Park Double Deck Pavilion, Tuscumbia, Alabama. Be there or be square.
That's what they say. Listen, the producer just came in and told me this, and I should have written this down because we talked about it yesterday at a little meeting, and she just reminded me, Your Life Remembered, okay, where we do not just shirts, but Your Life Remembered, when I heard that name, because they do shirts, okay, there's embroidery, but we do sublimation T-shirts, and they are beautiful. They're beautiful. And when it's Your Life Remembered, the reason why I like that name is because it's literally from birth to death. So we do graduation shirts. We can do birthday shirts. We can do anniversary shirts. whatever your theme is, whatever it is that you need printed on there,
Do we do birthday shirts?
birthday shirts.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, anything, it's your life remembered. So, anything that's going on in your life that you want remembered, you could put it on a t-shirt. Okay? So, and all we need is an order. Let me see, 3 or more, I believe.
Okay.
Okay. And we have sizes, not a one size fit all. We have sizes from babies, little babies like newborn, 6 months, up
The little
to
onesies.
the onesies. We have the onesies and the 2Ts. I mean, the 2X, 3X. I think they go up to 5 or 6.
Okay.
And if you know, and listen, it doesn't matter. Whatever your size is, we can find a shirt.
We
But
will accommodate you.
you know what? What I would like to do is, I might do this tomorrow. Is bring one on the air because this one doesn't do the justice that I'm talking about. The colors are vibrant. They do not get destroyed in the laundry.
That's good.
No, seriously, I have a shirt that I've worn for at least a couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
and you wash them and they don't lose their color.
Okay.
Okay, they're beautiful, and
great.
so yeah, so if you need shirt orders, and I can give you more detail on cost because it does depend on how many shirts that you order. So maybe I'll get you all that information and have it for you by tomorrow. But give them a call. It's Your Life Remembered, and the number is 256-367-0887. If you happen to forget, I know you know this number is 256-712-2887. Ask me, say, Janet, I heard you on the radio and you were talking about these T-shirts and that you could print in all sizes. You know, we would like, depending on how big the order is, you should give us enough. Don't just say, I need 50 shirts by 12 today or tomorrow. You know, we're good, but still, just give us a call. You won't be disappointed. I promise. They are really nice. You've seen them.
They are nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like them. They're beautiful.
They're beautiful. And oh, wait a minute. Don't forget, it's football season. We've done that too. Graduations. So it really, that's what it means. Your
I
life
have to give me some
remembered.
graduation shirts made.
Yes. We're going to have to hook Mona up, have her take some pictures in her shirt or just sit here in her shirt. And
Janet's going to have one too.
oh, I'm going to have one too because I'm going
Yes.
to this child's graduation. When I say child, you're not a child, but listen, so give us a call again, and remind me. I'm gonna have to make that note to remind you all of Your Life Remembered. That's cups. It's not just T-shirts.
Little coffee cups and do we do the tumblers yet?
Mm-hmm.
Tumblers.
Blankets. Really, the blankets are nice. So there's not nothing that
They're
Your
so
Life
soft.
Remembered.
So soft.
So soft. There's nothing Your Life Remembered can't do for you to keep that memory alive.
Yeah.
You know, so we look forward to those calls. So believe me, what I like about the T-shirts too is that they're so unique that no one can find them in Walmart or any store in the mall because it's your design. It's how you want it.
Right.
And I believe that you can put up to 3 pictures on a shirt.
Oh,
Okay.
that's nice.
3 photographs. So just give us a call at 256-367-0887 and we'll hook you up. Okay?
Call us.
Call them because I promise you will not be disappointed. Okay? And I know I cut you off, but it was
you're
when I said
fine.
God bless America, I thought, oh my God, I have to talk on that.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Public service announcement for immediate media release. Motorcycle tour run. Attention motorcycle riders, you're needed for an upcoming tour run for Kids Loving Kids on September the 30th. For 12 years, they have been providing Christmas for kids and teens in Alabama. The address is 1650 St. Joseph Drive, Coleman, Alabama. The number to get in touch with Pam is 256-318-4555. Y'all show up for these kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's for the kids, and we've been discussing that they need us. And if we're loving on them, let's give them our time. Time is something that is more valuable than money. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand we need money, and it helps the world go round. But to look into a child's eyes, or to hug, or to play with them and be a part of their, to make a difference in their life.
Yes, because some kids, that's the only time they get gifts.
Right. That's the only time. So let's be more involved in, and it doesn't have to be your own kid.
It doesn't.
You know, they need guidance and they need love
They do.
and then direction. You know,
It takes a village.
it takes a village truly, and we'll weed out the bad ones. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Listen, we are coming to the end of our time, but I do want to thank you not only for listening, but I want to maybe tomorrow, that before we jump into our topics, that we talk a little bit more about advertising and some of the things that are coming up in regards to our advertising for you. Give us a call. First of all, give us a call at 256-712-2887, and we can talk to you about some advertising. But I do want to update you on what we're doing a little different here and what platforms you will be on. Okay? And then always, I will invite you out to Galilee Missionary Baptist Church, 23001 County Road 14. Today is the day. Please rejoice and be glad in it, because we will.
Yes, we will.
You know, and
Most definitely.
now I'm thinking about Dairy Queen. They don't have one out here. No.
Do we? Yes,
I
we
don't
do.
know. Do we?
I think they built
Okay,
one
Mona's on a mission. We're going to find out if there's,
on
because
Florence
Janet's lost.
Boulevard.
Okay, we'll find it and we'll get some ice cream. Okay, listen, have a beautiful and blessed day, and we look forward to talking with you and seeing you tomorrow, okay? Be blessed.
Bye.
Peace.